The market just opened, 9:30. It's popping, right off of VWAP. In the overnight session, we pulled up to the previous day high and dropped off pretty nicely. We just came up to yesterday's high and are dropping off pretty nicely there. That top wick on the delta on this last 1 minute candle. Just got into a short. Look at this candle. We had a decent size washout signal, strength of 4. This is from the MMT polarity indicator. Nice top wick here, tiny little body. Went in for the short. We turned bearish on the Heikin Ashi intrabar. We started getting a lot of negative delta coming in. We got a reversal signal intrabar. The trend flow went bearish intrabar. We just dropped off 60 points in a minute on that candle. I got my 10 points. I was thinking about shorting it after this 5-minute candle with the big delta wick. We've pulled up to this 15-minute center area a couple times. We keep rejecting right back down to VWAP. So we're just bouncing back and forth between VWAP and this 50-50 level, which is also the 15-minute center at the current moment. 15-minute center is not formed until 9:45 completely, but it still exists from 9:30 to 9:45 as it's forming. And I often get some good trades off of this level even before it is fully formed at 9:45. The 15-minute center is part of the MMT key levels. The candles are being painted by the ultimate Heikin Ashi, showing me when the Heikin Ashi is bullish or bearish on the regular candlesticks. I'm waiting for something exciting to happen. We got some news at 10. Still just chopping. VWAP, 15-minute center. And this 50-50 level from the MMT 50-50 indicator, this orange dashed line. Just major rejections off that area. I love the 50-50 levels, I gotta say. Just looking back at the delta for the last 15 minutes, see it's overwhelmingly negative here. Now we're trying to break lower here. We just got a mighty bounce off of this double key level right here. Got pre-market center and also London Open right there. Just bounced off of it to the tick. Up 70 points so far. This last 5-minute candle closed with a big bottom wick. This 15-minute candle closed with wicks on both sides. We're starting to turn bullish on the 15-minute. Got this green background from the trend core. There's a nice pop up there. Bullish across the board on the trend flow and the trend core. As we're coming up here, delta is dropping off and we're getting a little pullback off of yesterday's high again. Still just chopping around here. I have not seen anything exciting enough to make me want to get into a trade. The delta has still been overwhelmingly negative on the 5-minute chart this morning. We're pushing down here again. Got 10 o'clock news in 5 minutes. Alright, so the 10 o'clock news just came out. We came right down to this 50% wicks level, this short little orange dash line. We got a washout signal and an imbalance signal intrabar. Point control down into the wick, just popped up 30 points or so. Had some divergence on this candle as well. Trend flow went neutral. Rejecting once again off of this 50% wicks level. This is part of the MMT 50-50 indicator. Heikin Ashi just turned bullish on this candle, pretty much engulfing the last candle. Some strong positive delta. After the close, popped up 25 points up to VWAP, rejecting off of VWAP. I got in on this VWAP bounce trade short. 20 SMA was right there as well. We started to get an imbalance signal to the downside intrabar. Bearish on the higher time frames on the 5-minute and 15-minute trend core. Delta was declining. Got my 10 points. Just came down to this 50% level from the MMT 50-50. Bounced up over 20 points. I was not looking for a bounce trade at that current moment in time. We had a lot of negative delta coming in on the 5-minute and the 1-minute there, so just waiting for the best opportunities. We kept rejecting off of this 50% level from the MMT 50-50 1-hour time frame. Had a bunch of imbalance signals to the upside building up here. Finally took off. We just had a washout signal on the 5-minute. Point of control drawn down into this bigger bottom wick. After the close of that candle, just popped up over 20 points there. We had some intra-bar divergence here on this 1-minute candle right as we were pulling up to the 250 SMA. Just dropped off 20 points from the 250 SMA there. Got about 6 minutes to go until 10:30. See if I can find one more trade. All right, I went for the bounce trade off a 15-minute center. And then we had this double cluster 50% wicks level right here. We just came up to the tick, dropped down over 20 points. I ended up grabbing around 6 points. I did not hold on for the full 10 points. Wasn't moving quick enough, but pulling up to the 15-minute center for the first time in a while, that was a great opportunity. And then we had that double 50% wicks level right above it. Got a really nice pullback there. The delta on the 5-minute ES, this candle and this candle, very strong. After the close of this last 5-minute candle, we continued to push up another 40 points. All right, I got into a short after 10:30. We got a pop up right to this 50% level from the 1 hour time frame. I grabbed a short just based on time of day. I was up around 8 points when I hit the market close, and I don't think it filled me for that many. All right, it's 11:30. Finished most of the video editing. Gonna call it a day here. Up pretty good in the Lucid and the Apex accounts. Lucid has 50% off, no activation fee for your first 2 accounts. Take Profit Trader has 40% off, no activation fee. Anyone that's out there using code MonkeyMan at Lucid, Apex, Take Profit Trader, Tradeify, TradeDay, you are the absolute best. Thanks so much for your support. There are links to all of the MMT indicators in the description. I wish you best of luck in your trading. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.